Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for more than 3 years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we were shipping out today on Tuesday, but just a quick recap. It's still been like really bad sales. I think there was someone like a week ago where we had our worst sales day for the year, and then they said yet ... as their little comments. But we end up doing $1 above that. Also, when we record, it's going to be the back end of yesterday. So Monday, and then the first, whatever half, depends on what time I wake up for the next day. So it is kind of like you guys see a split of stuff for the days, but I'm just talking about like the individual numbers. Also, instead of crying about sales all the time, I do like to talk about this stuff. So I just wanted to, there was like an interesting thing where I'll get into it. I sold 2 Civil War things, but then also, yeah, like yesterday I sold some playing cards, which had the flags of the Civil War. And it was also just like a playing card deck, but also had a game. I've been selling a ton of the miniatures. I've been selling books of all different sorts. But then I noticed like there's a bunch of different categories and collectibles, and they always go through like different phases and stuff like that. So I just think it was like an interesting thing to sit back and think about. Like, for example, there might be like people into Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, but then out of nowhere, like, a bunch of people online are talking about 4th edition. So they pull out their 4th edition stuff and they start playing. And then someone goes like, oh, do you remember like Pathfinder? And then people bring that out, and then we'll see that reflected in our sales. I just never thought about it for like, realms that I'm not into. I don't really read up on different battles or wars and stuff like that, but we do got a bunch of the books. We sell them all the time. So there have been periods where we sell like a bunch of World War II or French Revolution or Napoleonic miniatures and stuff like that. So I just thought it was interesting to sit back and think about how other categories go through like these phases where like people just start buying the stuff. And it's really interesting to watch as a seller, seeing these different like types of collectibles and different worlds and niches where people go into like, there's phases for them, right? All right. Enough with that. Sorry, I had to talk a little bit more low sales today. So the first thing is going to be this. Like I said, it's the Civil War book, the new Civil War handbook right here. It has like facts and photos. This is supposed to be designed to have anyone of all ages go through it. It's supposed to like have chapters which are more digestible. So yeah, got a bunch of military books like I mentioned a long time ago, and they do pretty well throughout since we've been doing eBay. $8.79 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping. All right, next up is going to be something that Anetta used to grab a bunch of. We haven't grabbed a bunch of this stuff in a while, but this is going to be like a desk organizer. You can put your mail in it, maybe like little pens and stuff. This one has hand painted like different flowers, so Anetta would know which ones were like more unique looking, and that's what she would grab. This ended up going for $10, so nothing too crazy. Excuse me, sorry. Older listing. It's really cold out, which has been super nice. It finally feels like actual fall cold weather, so I've been enjoying it. I can finally wear like hoodies and sweaters. But yeah, this one sold for $10. Someone's going to appreciate it. It looks pretty, and it has some hand painting on it. All right, moving along, we have this. This is going to be, I don't know anything about sports, so a lot of stuff that I have like very little knowledge on, less nerdy stuff. I guess this is Todd Gurley right here, the second. It's going to be like, what are these called? Like blocks, basically Legos, but not Legos, so it's gonna be like one of those things where you build up your little sports character. Someone sent me a message where they wanted like specific characters. They were ready to spend $300. I only had this one, so I messaged the person. I was like, I only have this person, so I'll keep an eye out for whoever else they were looking for. But I've never seen this type of whatever this generic Lego type of toy is. It says it's 485 pieces, so it's a lot. But yeah, this ended up going for only $5.20. I kind of get these random side categories that I don't know about when I get like bulk purchases, and I'll just list whatever's in front of me. I was talking to someone today at the store, June, about that, where I'm just like, just literally listing what's ever in front of me at this point. Sometimes people ask me if I organize, and if I get like an organized collection, sure, I'll go through it. But right now I'm doing it for like, if this box needs to get out of my walkway, I'm going to do whatever's in that box. All right. Next up, it's a repeat buyer. They already bought a set of 10 of these. I have sets of 10. I just relisted another set of 2 sets of 10, so 20, if that makes sense. These are going to be Dice Masters. This is going to be Thor, the Mighty Thor. I think this is part 2. Is this part 1? I thought this was part 2. I guess I just misunderstood yesterday. I said it was part 2, but it's just because there's 2 cards and 2 dice in these booster packs. These are the booster packs. They have different rarities. It's going to be like a card. You have like a deck of cards, which represent what your dice are. And then you're battling someone. I think you have to bring their life points down from 20 down to 0. They have a lot of Marvel stuff. They end up doing D&D, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but most of it's like Marvel, and they also threw in DC. So 10 booster packs. They end up spending $14.40. Unfortunate, can't do combined shipping because we already shipped out their other set of 10 yesterday, but I relisted 20 more this time. Normally, I don't like to do my full quantity, mostly because I make mistakes. I might be like, oh, I think there's like 60, and then I'll do 6 quantity of sets of 10, and then I realized I only have 55 or something. So with these Dice Masters, I was doing lots of 10 and then just relisting one when they sell. But when I was at the storage unit, I saw that I had more than 20 left. So I was like, okay, I'll put 2 quantity on that because like I feel bad this person didn't get the combined shipping. All right. Last thing for the day, like I said, super low sales, still some interesting stuff, and it's kind of cool to see like the stuff that people pick up. Like I said, Civil War. I'm just going through the stuff in the order that it comes in. So this was the most recent purchase from yesterday, where the first Civil War thing was the thing that sold most recently, was at the storage unit, if that makes sense. All right, these are going to be laminated maps for a board game called the Civil War. Oh, sorry, I think I think it's just called the Civil War by Victory Games. There's a lot of obviously different war games that have very similar names because they're going to use the battle or the war in the name. So I just think it's cool when someone spends the time to laminate these like paper maps, the poster board maps. These are generally like okay quality, like the paper ones, but this is like great if someone spills like food or drink on it. They can, just wipe it off. I think I don't even know how you laminate stuff these days anymore. I don't even know if there's like an office or something that does it at this point. So whenever I get these things, I know it'll take a little bit longer to sell. We have to ship it in a poster tube. So that's going to add price just by like the shape. I think this only goes out probably at like 12 ounces or a pound or something. I know someone's gonna cringe because we have rubber bands, but this thing's laminated. This is fine. It's a light rubber band, so it's not like causing indentations. And anyways, these maps, paper ones, normally get really shredded and loved and used because they're for playing a board game. So yeah, that map's actually split up in 2, so that's pretty crazy. I haven't played that board game. Those end up going for $20. So like I said, I like to pick those up. All right. Just a little bit of food for thought. Yeah, I was just thinking about the different categories of stuff and the phases of things, and you like never really know. And that's like the fun part of eBay for me, especially as an everything seller. I get to see stuff go through phases. So it just like intrigues me when I sit back. Even though there was a low sales day, I was enjoying thinking about it. I hope it picks up. I know some people are doing super good. We're doing like opposites. I know some people are like breaking records. We're breaking record in the negative direction, as in this is like our worst 31 days. We have like one day that's kind of just keeping us afloat. It was like the first few days we did almost $1,000 for like an individual day. So our like numbers are kind of being held up by that one day. All right. Tell them something real about myself. What do you mean? What's real? Something real? I got Dr. I don't know. What do you mean something real? I was playing Diablo 2. I was hanging out with the cats before I started filming. I don't know what she wants me to say. All right. And I feel like I'm on the spot. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help support us, take a look at our links down below. Have a good one.